Hello everyone, how are you today? Actually, today we're going to recap on paraphrasing, something that you already learned in the previous classes, but we need to recap on it so as to wrap up or review whatever you learned before the note-taking and summary assignment. Okay, what is paraphrasing? Paraphrasing, before we define paraphrasing, we need to see the difference or remember the difference between paraphrasing and summarizing. Alright, summarizing is focusing on the main ideas only without any details or supporting ideas. And of course, writing them in your own words, using your own synonyms, using your own sentence structure. As for paraphrasing, it's a bit lengthier than summarizing, since you do not only focus on the main ideas, but you also focus on supporting ideas and some details. Of course, all in your own words. So let's find some steps to do a good paraphrasing. First step, read the original text thoroughly, understand it, grasp it, then put it aside and try to write whatever you understood and grasped in your own words. Every now and then you need to look back, of course, but you do not paraphrase or rewrite the original text line after line or word for word. You do not change word for word. You need to put aside whatever you read and understood and try to put it in your own words, and then every now and then check the main ideas again, the supporting ideas again, and put them all in your own words using your own synonyms and your own style or sentence structure. This what will give you a very good paraphrase. Okay, in order to see examples for this, clear examples, we will see three examples for paraphrase in the coming slides. The first two examples are very closely equal or mirroring the original text. And this is what we call, unfortunately, plagiarism or cheating. By contrast, the third paraphrase is acceptable and is quite proper. Let's see. Okay, here is the original text. It's about defining the concept of experts in different professions. Here the profession is nursing. And as you see, the original text here is uh, just a paragraph. Of course, we have citation, but this citation actually does not mean that we are having the main author. No, this is the author that the main author is using to support his ideas. So this is not the citation you should actually use in this paraphrase. Okay, let's see what word for word plagiarism is. Okay. As you see here, all the red parts are pure copying and pasting from the original text, which is totally unacceptable and would definitely put this writer in trouble, since the Turnitin would immediately show all this percentage of copying and pasting and considering it as plagiarism. The percentage of similarity report or plagiarism here would be very, very high and unacceptable, and would definitely put its writer in trouble. The least thing that you would be facing is that your assignment will not be accepted. It would, maybe this assignment you would take 0 in it, or more penalty if necessary. So no copying and pasting as this writer did. Okay, so the writer here actually skipped few lines from the original text and used very few words in his or her own words, and then copied and pasted all the other parts in the original text. This is what we called word for word plagiarism. Okay, the next the next type of unaccepted plagiarism is what we call patchwork paraphrase. What does this mean? It means that yes, the writer tried to change in the sentence structure and in most of the paraphrase used their own synonyms and style, and they put the content in their own words, but they copied and pasted uh, several parts from the original text without putting any quotation marks. So all the red parts you see in this right side, all these red parts is considered purely plagiarism. The Turnitin would spot it immediately as plagiarized parts, which would raise the similarity report and would put the writer in trouble. So we can avoid this by putting quotation marks. And of course, it's not preferable at all to write as many or to copy and paste many parts from the original text. We have to use our own synonyms, use our own sentence structure, write in our own words rather than simply copying and pasting several parts as you see in this example. So this paraphrase is also unacceptable. And finally, this is an acceptable and very good paraphrase. Why? Because as we see, all the black parts are simply the own words and style and synonyms of the writer. So since we don't have red parts, this means that all these black parts are only a very good attempt of the writer to rewrite what they understood and grasped from the original text and put them in their own words. Only just one expression is being copied and pasted, and this is being as well put between quotation marks, which made it pretty acceptable. Okay, and we have also documentation of the source. We have the last name of the author between brackets year of publication, and this phrasal verb also found, which could be replaced by also wrote, also explained, okay, also showed that, and so on. We have many phrasal verbs that would be suitable in this case. So this paraphrase is totally acceptable and is a very good one. Let's sum up why the above paraphrase is a good paraphrase. Okay. Simply because the writer uses quotation marks whenever they copied and pasted from the text. Next, they write the name of the author of the original text and between brackets the year of publication, which we call documentation of the source, of the original source that we are paraphrasing from. Finally, the writer rewrote the content of the original text by using their own synonyms, their own sentence structure, and of course their own style. So it made the paraphrase look totally different in style and synonyms, yet still very similar to the meaning or the content of the original text. And that's why the above paraphrase is pretty acceptable and good.